Hello, and welcome back to brief look at my desktop and then Grand Tactician Civil War. The last episode, we essentially set ourselves up for a little battle over here. I think we're set up for a couple of battles, aren't we? Actually, did we fight this one? I think we fought this one. So it's been a couple days. So let's, I guess, just jump straight into this, huh? Well, hang on. Projects. Let's do assignable. We can't really. So I could activate this immediately, but this uses up the diplomacy. When I really want to save up for some sort of rifles, British rifles would be great, but that's so far out of reach right now that Austrian rifles might be the go-to. In fact, oh boy, this is going to cost us some money, but we can even increase the diplomacy spending to high a little bit. There we go, like 9 million. That might get us there faster. All right. I want to save that setting, so I'm going to save the game. Confederate 1. Save. Keep my setting. And then we're going to jump into this battle. Let's go. That's a gruesome splash screen. But we're a little bit outnumbered here. So we'll have to be a little bit cautious about how we approach this. If they're set up to defend a particular point, which they probably will be because we're on the attack here, then if they spread out and form like a battle line, maybe we can find a flank to come in on. Because the AI in this game does seem to favor, when it's defensive, it does seem to favor sort of forming its line and just daring you to come in and get slaughtered. So we'll see. I was playing a little bit, I don't know if you saw when I was doing the save the game there, but I had another save as the Union. I just wanted to, you know, test the game, try out some of the different subsidies and things like that. The Union, the Federals are a lot richer compared to the Confederates. Let's put ourselves into a line there. Okay, so there they are. Interesting. So this is them. So how can we attack? Let's see. We have a road here, so we can we sort of do this. Set ourselves up on the road. Start out like so. Well, like so, maybe. This is probably good enough. About closest I'm going to get. And then, let's see, there's a road here. We can go up this right side, but how's it connects? It goes this way. I don't know if I want to march all the way over there. Oh, that's a nice hill. And we got a road that'll go over here. So let's try to start on this flank and work our way over. So we'll see how we go. Whoops. Hang on. Actually, that's just about perfect. All right, I have to actually hit the start before I can lay my plans. Actually, nope. We're going to go over here. Yes. There we go. This is Winchester. Battle Winchester. All right, let's go up to 5 speed. They're deploying. Skirmishers. Yeah, they're on this fence line here. So they got some cover. So hitting them from the front's actually going to be pretty messy. So this idea to go down the flank is probably about the best. Let's go up to 20 speed. If we see anything moving, we'll slow it down again. And do I have any cavalry here? I do. I got one. Oh, that's a little tiny cavalry. First battle. First. Yeah, everyone's in their first battle here. So our morale won't be good. We're at 51.9 morale, and the enemy is at 50.4. It's still early in the day. It's 8:30, almost 9 o'clock. So what I'm going to do is once we get up here, where's there he is. Coke's army, essentially. Once we get up here, we're going to let our forces rest for like 15 minutes of game time. Give them a chance to get a little bit of a breather. This is at 20 times speed too. Okie dokie. Getting into position here. All right, that's the artillery. All right, everybody in place. All right, let's give them a few minutes here. She says they're well rested. What about the artillery? Well rested. All right, that's probably enough time. So we're going to grab Magruder's division. They have Enfield rifles. That's actually pretty nice. Muskets. So not great there. These guys have muskets. Mississippi rifle, Hampton's Legion, and then musket. So we have two groups, two brigades of rifles. So let's start going up the back side of this hill. Put the cavalry out there as well. On that, I guess on that fence line, that'll do. We've got artillery. We want to bring it up this hill as well, probably. And then this last division will be our right flank. It is the bigger of the two. And then I'm going to grab George Coke. Don't know. Go up to 20 speed again, so we can march into position. All right, and they do have artillery right here, so when we crest the top of this hill, they're going to be shooting at us. So my rifles are on the left. Let's go ahead and start marching to the top here and get some firepower into that artillery, shall we? We'll send the commander up with it. It's going to be a nasty surprise for them. Here we come. All right, we're not even close enough. Not nearly close enough. They're going to be shooting at us, though. Okay, rifles on the left. Then we've got muskets in the center and on the right. This is our first battle with these brigades, so we do need to be aware of the fact that they're going to break pretty easy. Okay, the artillery isn't shooting yet. It's facing us. Wonder if that fence is in their way. But we're going to get hit point blank if we're not careful here. There it is. Yeah, we lost 4 guys immediately. And let's go ahead and just creep up a little bit closer. We want to get as much firepower as we can into these to make them scatter. Get them. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's good. All right, so they've lost 1 of 2. Well, one of three. They lost one of three. They lost a third of their artillery. Okay, our artillery will go. Oh, let's go over here into this field, I guess. We need a bit of shoot around our guys. Put some cavalry up here in case we need them. I'd really like to run forward and seize this fence line. Is that a good idea? I don't know. These guys don't have to. They can hang back and shoot. And then these fellas, maybe, I don't know, let's just move them up a little bit here. That fence seems like it's way too close to the enemy for that. So let's start working our way. We want to keep up enough pressure on their front that they'll hold that like formation they're in. We can hopefully just start rolling up the flanks. Okay, actually, let's push. Let's get these guys up here. And we'll get our rifles up here as well, even though I don't like them being that close to the front, because they don't have to be. But, you know, I do, if they're under cover, then it's less of a problem, in my opinion. Okay, let's get Coke up here. Oh, come on, don't stop. Occupy the corner, I guess. In fact, let's get our rifles over here. Get some infilating fire on them. Come on, please stop. Pausing. We'll do an advance order. My gosh, if they could, like, follow a direction, that would be pretty dang cool. Same for these fellas. Alright, we broke them. We broke them. That works. Okay, how are our losses looking here? Not as good as I expected. We've lost about 400, they've lost about 7. I thought we'd be doing a little bit better since we've been using the cover. But let's get our artillery moved up. We're going to move Hood to the right a little bit and Clayton Sr. to the right. And everybody else is moving up. And do we have anything left back here? We don't. This is our whole army. This is the army of the Northwest, I think. Army of the Potomac. Okay. Uh-oh. So Hill's Brigade is a little bit exposed down here. Those guys took a lot of damage, so did they. But they're still okay. So we're going to scoot them over just a tad. All right, here come the enemy. Yeah, if they push up on our fence line, please don't do that. Stay behind cover. Thank you. We're going to scooch our rifles over here to get on the flank. Hampton. Oh, they have Mississippi rifles, so we can also put them on the flank like this. We're going to push up Hood. Also get on the flank like that, like I said. Hood's brigade is going to go like this. Who is that? Clayton Sr. is going to go like these. Actually, I'll take that fence with Hood just next to him. And Hampton doesn't want to follow orders right now. Oh yeah, this is lovely. Hampton, we're going to scoot him up a little bit closer. Get the most out of those rifles. And then the artillery can come up even closer. Use, well, for better accuracy, but also to use different ammunition. I think more shells instead of round shot, maybe. And our cavalry can move up into this little copse of trees. Okay. We're breaking them. That's looking pretty good. Oh, they're able to shoot back from that distance. They must have rifles in that second brigade. Sorry about that. I needed a little drink of water. A little bit of dust in my throat or something. Okay. Let's move Jones's brigade up. Just do this for now. And we'll do this with the artillery. We're going to scoot Hampton over a little bit further to the right. We'll do the same with Hood and Clayton Sr. We'll have like a nice echelon type situation set up here where it's like stepping steps, as you can see there. Okay, they've taken 300 casualties. They've taken 270. He's going to take a lot by himself. So we need to figure out a way to get these guys forward here without getting them too mangled by enemy rifles, because one thing I did see on that test playthrough, or not even a playthrough, but like just a test run of the Federals, is they get a lot of rifles to start out with. Boy, do they get a lot of rifles. Gives me some rifle envy. Right, let's swing him onto the fence. Nice, we're breaking them. Excellent. Okay. I expected them to move their infantry over sooner, but they waited a little bit too long to do that. They're probably going to try to hold on the other side of this riverbed. Okay, is this that's a detachment? So we're actually going to take somewhat lopsided losses against detachments because they're in skirmisher formation. But once we get enough firepower on them, they will scatter. Probably not getting the best use out of my cannons as I could be. I keep moving them around a lot. But they are, pretty slow. And I want them to be in position for my final attack here across the river. What the heck? Am I just not shooting? No, I don't think I'm close enough. Yeah, I think I'm just too far away. Just standing there eating losses. They're both at 60 rounds of ammunition. I haven't fired at all. Now, how am I going to crack this nut here? Well, we're going to move forward a little bit with our musket brigades. I know it's cruel, but we got to have someone to absorb the initial damage. And then that's another detachment. That's Sherman. Ooh, Sherman's here. Maybe we can get lucky and snipe them. Get rid of like some of the most famous historic commanders before they have a chance to make our lives miserable. All right, well, this guy's taking a lot of damage already, but I probably won't hurt to move him up if I can get an angle where he won't be getting shot as much. All right, we are driving them back. I'd really like to get my cavalry involved here because they're in their first battle, and I want them to get a little bit of experience. But I'm just not too sure how I can use them. I'm taking a lot of losses in Yule's brigade. So we're going to move Jones up a little bit closer. We're going to move up Hood. He's, like historically he was an aggressive commander, I believe. And we'll just let them fall back a little bit here. Ooh, perfect opportunity to use our cavalry. Actually, we're going to go into cold. Oh, we're on cold steel. Let's go into a attack formation, and then there we go. Hit them with the charge. We're at 17 losses on them. Who's wounded? Hill? Where's Hill at? Oh, over here. Oh, sorry, I'm taking some losses. Okay. All right, let's get them out of there. They finished their charge. I can't tell what's happening over there. Get them out of there. I can't get close to the board edge to look. I mean, they're losing guys, so maybe I'll just let the cavalry do its thing. For the moment, though, I have to break across this riverbed. It's going to be nasty. Hill's brigade has taken a lot of losses. Okay. Wow, we decimated the 3rd Brigade. I think that was the cavalry. Let's get back across the river. One way you can check that, you can go to your HQ, you can go to your, I don't know, your reports or something. Combat report, we go to the Confederacy, Army of the Potomac, and then we got the Peninsula Cavalry. We've taken 454 prisoners with that charge. That is pretty dang good. Then we go back to the battlefield. And Hill's brigade is starting to become unstable. So we're going to have them fall back. Hopefully they can get back before they take too much more damage and break. And we have just a detachment there. So I don't know about this. Let's do it, I guess. We're gonna run forward and take the river. Didn't mean to do that. I accidentally broke off some troops to take over the cannons. You can steal enemy cannons. How do I can't, I guess I can't reverse that decision, can I? Let's move our own artillery up. Hampton's Legion's getting low on ammo, but we're going to move them over here to the right flank where they'll have some range advantage. Right, let's move everybody in. Hopefully, we've done enough morale damage to them that they'll just start to break here rather than try to resist us too much. And our cavalry are rested again, so we're going to move them back across the river or stream or whatever this is. Where's our infantry commander? Right there. Hampton's Legion. Let's get some flank shots into these guys. Move our cavalry up. And let's charge this 2nd Brigade here. Okay. They ran away. They're gone. They out. So let's get our cavalry back right here out of the way. Now we're starting to break in the center. This is Jones's brigade. Nice. We're doing some good work with our cavalry back here. Getting lots of prisoners. Then Hill's brigade, they're back up to being confident again, so let's have them cross the river and put some flank shots in. I think we're taking a lot more losses by rushing up like this. But you kind of have to. Like, you kind of have to push up when you just got muskets. I've taken a lot of losses in this battle. But so have they. And then Clayton Sr. is going to take a lot of damage if I don't pull him back. Let's fall him back. Hood's brigade, I can fall back. I mean, we've taken the objective. Like, we have the control point. It's like Hill's taking. Yill's brigade is broken. And I'm low on ammo with Hill. So let's get him back across the river, I guess. Magruder's demoralized. Yeah, a lot of his units are broken over here. So we can move Clayton out this way. Actually, we kind of need him over here, don't we? We can move Hill over here. Is that a detachment? It's an actual brigade. It's 1,600 troops. Oh boy, I'm going to start losing. I need nighttime to get here. End of day. Okay. So, what can we do here? All right, we've recovered some of our infantry. So let's get them. Wow, they've taken 1,000 losses. Some of that's probably like missing and ran away. We're just going to get them up there in reserve. Let's actually grab the whole army and just do this so I know what I'm working with. And then, since we want to hold the pike, let's build a parapet like right across here. It's not very big, but then Pierce's division's still doing okay. It's got some stolen 12-pounder howitzers. So we're going to put those out here on the flank. And then there's Hampton's Legion, so they've been resupplied. I'm going to put them over here with the artillery. Put the infantry like so. And my goal here is just to hold. Just hold the objective. So I bring Magruder's division over here to basically act as a reserve, doing the same thing. Got Hill's brigade, he's wounded, so he'll be over here on this left flank. Then I've got my cavalry, which has only taken 44 losses so far. And then my artillery is going to be over here for some enfilading fire. Oh, actually, let's put Hampton over here just in case. Just in case they deploy a bunch of infantry over here to contest. And then I'm going to put my commander kind of in the middle of everything here. Maybe not that close, right there. So Pierce's division goes there. Magruder's division's there, and hit play. Okay, this isn't bad. So Hampton's Legion can move up to like here to start getting some long-range shots. Who is this? Hood's brigade can occupy the parapet. Clayton can march up here a little bit. And we're going to give the rest of these guys who are breaking already. Let's see if we can give the rest of those guys a little bit of a rest. I want Hill over here to shoot at anything to the front. And we're going to angle a little bit like this. They're retreating. Okay, that was a nasty battle. Wow. But we were on the attack. So, you know, just going to let them go. I can't, I don't know. I could send Hood's brigade in like on a charge, try to capture some stuff, but they might get broken in the process. Yeah, the enemy is retreating anyhow. All right, we're just going to let it play out. Hey, it's another victory. We'll take it. It's a minor victory, but we protected Harpers Ferry. You know, for being out, well, we weren't exactly outnumbered, but being on the attack, we also should capture 18 guns here. Don't know what kind, but we'll take anything we can get at this point. It's all got to be better than 6-pounder field artillery. Like that thing right there, I think that's a 3-inch ordnance that they've got, or it's a Napoleon. I don't think it's a Napoleon. Looks like a 3-inch ordnance gun. Oh, so we had a colonel get disgraced. I don't know. I felt like no one did particularly bad there. Okay. Army Northeastern Virginia is running away in panic. We've earned a total victory. So they suffered 4,689 losses, with 554 killed and 1,114 captured. We suffered less killed, with 1,300 missing. So those are captured and ran away and whatnot. We captured 0 guns. That's unfortunate. We did get 1,400 and some rifles. So let's save the game. Confederate 1. And then we're going to take a look around and look at our weapons. I know we didn't capture any new artillery, but maybe we got some muskets, probably some muskets, Springfield muskets. And we have a few rifle muskets, which aren't enough to equip a brigade or anything, but not too bad. And then we can look at this here. So our artillery guy, he gained fame. Nice. And then who is it that did this guy here, Blanchard? Well, we'll replace him with another infantryman. Steffens, Wilcox. There's another Jones. I don't want to have two Joneses in the same outfit. Then Bragg will be here in 18 days. We'll have artillery in 53 days and more cavalry in 15 days. Can we upgrade this cavalry with? We can. We can give them revolving rifles. Interesting. Why not? It's a very small unit, and I don't have many of those anyway. There's probably no other cavalry that I have that could actually make use of that few weapons. Okay. So I've got the army of the Shenandoah over here, trying to protect. Is this Fredericksburg? It is. Tarpon in Pennsylvania, 20,000 versus my. They'll be 11,000 when they're at full strength, but I don't think I can reinforce them because. Actually, I could grab some Georgia infantry. There you go. It's a decent commander. We'll add a new division with them in there. This guy's a political appointee, but he seems pretty decent. So this will bring me up to like 14,000. What? Maybe not 14,000. Let's give him one more. We can do Arkansas or Kentucky. We'll do Kentucky because it's closer. There you go. Upgrade the guns to Springfield muskets. That's the only one we can do because we have no more weapons. Did I just see? Okay. Right, back to weapons. Did I just see reboard muskets? We can produce reboard muskets now. So we're gonna let's do. I mean, we're gonna need a lot of them. It'll take over a year to get them all delivered, but it'll deliver, in drips and drabs. So let's do. Let's do 10,000 of them. We're not getting. Remember, you don't get them all at once either. Okay, Missouri State Guard. They're going over here to resupply. And once they've resupplied, they're going to go up here to protect St. Louis. And then the Department of the West is building. Wow, that's a big 23,000 troops. And we just won this battle with 15,000. So let's move them back across the river here to Nashville. And can we give them any more help? I don't think we can. Let's add the unit like this. We'll just give them one like that. And it worked. That's Armistead, actually. I'd really like to get him in my Missouri Guard. He's. There we go. I'll give him B Junior. I want to put Armistead in the Missouri Guard under Longstreet for personal reasons. So Clark, can we give Longstreet? We can. There we go. Of course, he's going to be stuck with mixed muskets for now. But that is my biggest army out here. And then it looks like my militia have finally arrived. So we're going to put them to work. Heck. We need a supply depot. There's one right there. So we're gonna do river movements, I guess, or we're gonna go up here. We're gonna capture this little town. Give us like a base of supply. And then down here, my South Carolina State Militia, who are quite small, but we can combine the two brigades together now. And combine, combine, combine. There we go. Just making it a little bit easier. We'll give them 2 more artillery brigades. We're going to put an engineer in here to hopefully let us capture fortifications a little bit easier. We're going to go with a smaller Texas brigade, so 2250. And that'll reinforce. And then 18 days. I'm going to give it a little while, and then we're going to go down here and work on Fort Pickens. We're going to try to break it. Meanwhile, over here, the Gulf Blockading Squadron, they're all disabled. They have 12, actually, they have 12 ships. 5 of them are disabled. Interesting. I don't know what we're going to do about that. So we've issued some bonds again. It is the 1st of June, so let's take a look at our economy report. We're expansion. We're below average on wealth, but it's increasing. We had some increased tax revenues of 4.1 million. We built a farm, and we lack iron, wool, food. We're full of wood. Iron, wool, and food. So that's down here. Do we need another ironworks? It felt like we built a few of them, but oh, we need foundries. Foundries produce iron. Ironworks turn them into use. Okay, that's what I've been messing up. Let's build one there. And we need food, they said. So let's build. Let's hold off on that. We built a farm like a month ago or something, so maybe it'll start to catch up. Okay. Let it run for a minute here. Well, looks like we got an army on the move. That's the one that's retreating from the battle we had down here. I need my Missouri State Guard to come up here and resupply and then go to St. Louis. 23,000 in the Department of the West. I would love to be able to come down here and hit that, but it's not very feasible at the moment. The Army of the Ohio, that's a 6,000. That's pretty big too. This one here's only 9,000 versus 7,000 for the Army of the Potomac, the enemy Army of the Potomac. And then we've got, how are we doing here? We're good. This is okay. We need to find a way to break. They have 163 guns in that flotilla. We need a way to break the blockade, but I don't know how we're going to do it. Take a look at our fleets. We're building two frigates. We're building some steamers and 2 more frigates. None of them seem like they're particularly close to being finished. It's timber clad. So maybe we could assign that to the New Orleans squadron that's up the river right now. There we go. And then let's build another frigate, I guess. Yeah, let's just build one. Because we're really gonna need to break that blockade for some economy boost if we can. It's not likely. Like we're not historically the rebels didn't have really any navy to speak of other than like some raiders, essentially. All right, so we're refilling on supplies. Once they're up to full ammunition or as close to it as I can get, then they're going to come. I'm going to march them down here, and we're going to fight the Department of the West. How are we looking? Still low on ammo. So what do I need to make ammunition? Ironworks. That makes ammunition, and I've built a few of those. So I want to look at my finances, I think. Strategy. Buildings. Here we go. So I've got a lot of coal mines. I've got gold mines, some coal mines, iron mines, gold, iron, blah, blah, blah. Can I sort it by production? I can't. Well, what the heck? I need foundries. So these are all farms. These are coal mines. Ammunition. So we need gunpowder. What creates gunpowder? Is it the salt works? That can't be right. Plantations, that won't make. How about a factory? There we go. So we're gonna make a factory. It's gonna cost 22 million. And that's gonna put our economy behind the 8 ball again. Let's again, if we don't like bad news, get rid of it. And then assignable only, we're still looking at trade deals for diplomacy. But we're getting closer to being able to purchase some overseas, some of them foreigner weapons. All right, looks like we got a force trying to push into St. Louis there. So I'm going to go ahead and move the Missouri State Guard up. Go by train if you can. Oh, heck, that's going to be one heck of a big battle. All right, let's save the game. Confederate, save. And I'm going to go ahead and call the game here because we're almost 50 minutes in at this point. And the very next episode, which you'll be seeing in a couple days, because I think we're going to start doing these every other day, will be our battle against the Army of the West with our Missouri State Guard, which is, for some reason, like broken or demoralized or something. I don't know what the heck's going on there. I've got Robert E. Lee in command. I've got some of the stars. So, my soldiers could be happy, but then again, at this point in the war, they didn't have soldiers didn't have very high opinion of General Lee, out east at least, because they call him retreating Lee. But that's it. I'll see y'all next time.